Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
I wish I could find a way to better advertise Apothic Press.
Just back it already.
Whoa, Crom, what are you doing here? What's this? The Madness Roku Network. Sponsorship. 1 month of playing your 30-second ad on the network. 3 times a day? Oh my gosh, for $20? And you can't beat that.
Just back it already.
All right, Crom, I'm doing it. Awesome. Hi, I'm Tanner Hurley, founder of Apothic Press. I back the Madness Roku Network, and so should you.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
What is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this? I have no idea.
We're gonna rob a bank.
Oh, it's this.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic Related Madness proudly presents Madness Tuesday Morning Brew. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Hello. There's nobody here, and that's okay. Good morning, everybody. It is I, Laurie Calcaterra. I am here in the Tuesday Morning Brew. Yesterday, I'm just tired, man. So yesterday, we closed out Path of the Pale Rider number 4. Huge success. Huge success. If you want to take a look here, we ended, we ended at 140 backers, and the total amount we got was $65.72. This is the biggest amount we've had to date. So I'll pat myself on the shoulder and get back to work. There's never a break. So I cannot wait to get this one done. It's traumatic. It's moving. It's all sorts of things. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Good morning, Don. Thank you to everybody who backed, supported, shared, liked, and be there for me through the entire 28 days. It was a shorter campaign than normal, but it still felt just as long. I'm glad to be on the other side. I feel like I still need to refresh my Kickstarter every 5 minutes, but I don't have to now. I can just, I don't know, do something else. So I've been cleaning my house all morning is what I've been doing. I only left because Kickstarter finished. I get 1 day, and my parents show up from Michigan tomorrow, and they'll be staying with us for 2 weeks. So they'll stay with us for a couple weeks, and then they'll go back to Michigan, and I get to get back to work. 2 weeks is what it takes for those funds to come from Kickstarter. I know Marco DeFio, depending on if you're searching his name or not, is very anxious to get started. We're going to get moving on that. Matt Chambers is finishing up issue number 1 with the colors. And so that's where we're going. And then we'll be heading into that trade paperback is next. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be picking Carissa's brain about what she did and best tips, because I want to make sure that thing is stellar. And of course, like whenever you're doing a trade paperback and you're planning to do more than one, you want to make sure that you're making decisions that will continue into the next however many you're going to do. So for us, there's going to be 3 trade paperbacks for the first arc. And I want to make sure like the covers are consistent, the spines are consistent, all of that good stuff. So we have to make choices where it'll, roll into the next 2. I wanted to show something off real quick. If you guys got a secret reward, and there was 3 people this time. So people are starting to trust me on these secret rewards. The secret reward that people are getting this time around is this lovely mini that I print and hand paint of Big James. So he is pretty gnarly. He's got bones sticking out of his back, and his tongue's hanging out. He's got a bunch of bones exposed. So I will give these people an option to either have me paint it, or they can get it just with the primer on it, and they can paint it themselves. So someone, these people get these really cool big James, really cool. I'm very excited. Very excited. And I made my bones out of clay and I just broke it. So I'll have to fix it. Damn it. That's what happens when you pick it up from the wrong place, Laurie. Don't do that. So I'm going to have a surprise guest today. I had a guest scheduled, but they are not here like I normally do. But that's all right. I put the link out there and I have someone that's coming. He just had to go fix himself up and then he will be here. I'm going to see if this guest will play the Choose Your Own Adventure book with me. So we got a couple things. We could talk about a whole lot of stuff. Like this guest is a podcaster and podcasts about all sorts of topics like Star Wars and Westerns and all sorts of great stuff. And here he is. Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to Ryan. Good morning, Ryan. Thank you for coming to my rescue.
You're welcome, and good morning to you, and good morning to anybody who's watching this. It's good to see you all. I'm happy to be here. Didn't see that one coming? No, I didn't. I'm not even wearing the right suit for this. I'm wearing my Star Wars Rebels.
Well, we were just talking about all the different podcasts that you do, and you do a Star Wars podcast. We did a Western one. Tell people who you are and just like what other shows that you do. You do a lot, so we get it all.
Yeah, I tend to keep myself busy. We're like Baskin Robbins. We got all 31 flavors for you over at Nerd Culture Channel. # shameless plug. So first of all, good morning. Second of all, it's good to see everybody. And it's good to see my good friend Laurie here. Thanks for having me. So my name is Ryan. I am a host. I am a producer of a YouTube channel called Nerd Culture, which you can find on my name tag. Where am I pointing? There it is right there. We talk about all kinds of things. We do podcasts where first of all, I do a show called And I Quote, where I interview independent content creators from all over the world, whether they've worked in film, television, radio, independent writing, independent publishing, comic book writers, comic book artists, all kinds of fascinating people. That's a weekly show that I do. And coincidentally enough, it's funny that I'm on this show because Laurie's sister, Carissa, is going to be on And I Quote this weekend with us on Saturday, October the 21st at 12 p.m. Eastern time, which she keeps complaining that I've been waiting for a year. Listen, I can't help the fact that when I was a youngling, when I was much younger than this good-looking person that you see before you, I wasn't Mr. Popularity in school. So the fact that I've achieved that goal X amount of years later, I can't help it that I'm popular, Carissa. I just can't. So
and we are going to start that rumor that she and I are sisters. I think we're just gonna perpetrate that for sure.
Okay, because I already assumed
are actually related.
Yeah, I already assumed that you were. You feel like the two of you, every time you're yapping with each other, you're like attached to the hip. So
yes, this is true.
Yeah. So anyway, my Eat Your Hollywood Story goes a little something like this. So, And I Quote's my weekly show. I do another show that we just started last week. We're doing episode 2 tonight, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's called The Nerdy Cantina. You will never find in a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. No, we're not scum and villainy. We're the good people. So
is it Star Wars related?
It is Star Wars related. So the Nerdy Cantina, I came up with this idea because the new series that just dropped on Disney. Hello, Brandon. Good to see you, kind sir. I know who that guy is. He's been on our show too. Yes, Brandon, we had you on too. You can go back and watch that episode after this. So because all the guests we've had on our show are brilliant people. So including Brandon. He's great. He's fantastic. Anyway.
Brilliant? You said brilliant?
Everyone we've had on the show, maybe not as brilliant as you, but it's
you think Brandon?
We aim to impress around here. So my point is that Ahsoka just dropped, and we did a weekly show where we were discussing spoiler-heavy discussions of Ahsoka. Ahsoka's done, and I said to my co-hosts, Christie and Jennifer, who are two of the most incredible people I've had the pleasure of working with, I said, look, Star Wars, we're not going to get any new Star Wars quote-unquote content for a good while now because the strikes are still going on, things are still being decided on, and there's really not much happening. Sure, there's a couple of comic books that are out there and a few books here and there, but really there's nothing concrete really until we get, the strike settled and everything else has been figured out. So I said to them, why don't we just keep talking about Star Wars? Because I'm having too much fun with this, hanging out with you two fine, awesome people. And they said, sure, what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to do a show where we draw cards from a wonderful pack of cards called this.
Yes.
So this is a chat pack from Inside Editions. Now, in this chat pack are 125 conversation cards that you can use at parties. You can use them at get-togethers with your friends or your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, if you live in a, whatever, that sort of thing. And I said, I'm going to be, hello, Carissa, good to see you. Yes, you're going to be on Saturday. I already did your plug. I did it for free. Don't worry. It's shameless plug.
And Ryan has decided that we are related. So we're going to continue with that. We're going to continue telling people we are related.
Laurie and Christie are.
Sister, whenever.
The sister. If they do a sister reboot, Laurie and Carissa are going to be the two leads. That's what's going to happen. So anyway, I said, look, I want to talk about Star Wars because I like Star Wars. I'm having so much fun discussing. Why don't we keep it going? They're like, sure. So we're doing a weekly show where, yes, you are. Oh, you and Laura are related.
No, we are not.
I didn't know that
rumor.
I didn't know that, Brandon. You're throwing new things at me every week. So we're going to be drawing cards from that pack of cards that you just saw there. We're going to be doing 10 questions per episode.
Ooh, okay.
And by the way, none of the people who are on the show know what the questions are. I don't know what the questions are. I just draw the card. I read it out loud. I present it to our panelists, which in this case is Christie of Snips and Co. _ on Instagram. She runs her own business. She's a wonderful person. And Jennifer, who's a podcaster herself, which, you can find her links in the description of our past videos of Ahsoka, and the Nerdy Canteen episode 1 is up. So you guys can go back and watch that if you want to get a feel and the vibe for the show. And we're doing that Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a weekly show we just started doing. This is week 2. So, we're in the, baby stages, baby steps. But it's a lot of fun. And I got to tell you, the questions that are in this box, what's in the box? These are questions. And what's in this box, and I got to tell you, these are some of the most creative, think like real deep about your love of Star Wars and why you like it so much. I love talking about that sort of thing because just to give you a little bit of context here, Laurie, I became more of a Star Wars fan in 2015 when Force Awakens came out. So ever since 2015, I've been a fan of Star Wars since I was a kid. I think most of you who are watching this can attest to that, but I didn't become a diehard, quote unquote, if you will, Laurie, work with me here. Exactly. You want to listen, if you want to know what's in the box.
There's 2 ways we can go with this. You can go full on 7.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, what's in the box? Or you can go step 1. Put your hand in the box.
I understood both references, by the way, because I've seen the movie and I've seen the SNL sketch.
Yeah.
So where was I going with that? So yeah, I became a Star Wars fan hardcore in 2015. And ever since then, I've been like wanting to learn more and understand more and just really embrace the lore that is all things Star Wars. And now I'm in the process. I don't have it here on my desk. It's over here to the side. I can't reach for it. It's too far away. But I'm reading Lost Stars by Claudia Gray, which is a Star Wars novel. And every site that you go to, if there's a ranking of the top 10 Star Wars novels of all time, Lost Stars is pretty much at the very top. It's number 1. So if you're looking for a standalone story where you don't have to know really anything, or you want to go in kind of cold, completely cold and spoiler-free kind of, read Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. I'm more than halfway through the novel, and I'm telling you, I don't even have to read the whole book to tell you it's getting a 5-star rating on my Goodreads account. If anyone knows what Goodreads are, that's a website and an app where people go to share the books that they've read and share their reviews and their thoughts. And by the way, any writers would appreciate you posting your review of them on Goodreads, because that gets the word out about other people's work that may not otherwise know about it. So I think Goodreads is a great resource. If you're not familiar with it, look it up on Google, because Google knows everything. And so we do. So yeah. So I mean, look, I'm wearing my Rebels shirt, so I'm like, deep into Star Wars. So if you ever want to talk Star Wars with me, just give me a holler on Neuroculture's YouTube channel, which, by the way, we're having way too much fun with that. So that's 2 shows that I do. Do you want me to keep going, Laurie? Do you want me to list what I do?
I wanted to give Brandon a hard time about something real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
So over the weekend, I did a game show. Hey, it's Ryan. Yes, it's Ryan. So we did a game show over the weekend. It was a Zombie Book Club was the name of the group. And they did this Halloween-inspired Hollywood Squares, where there was supposed to be 4 of us, but Brandon didn't show. The only reason I got on the show is because Brandon recommended that they reach out to me. So I was on the show, but Brandon didn't show up. Anyway, but we were answering all zombie related questions, and the goal was to make people laugh and to be the most creative. Like, it didn't have to be thought out or anything. It could just be ridiculous. And I gotta say, it was one of the funnest shows I've been on outside of Ryan's shows. But it was a blast, and I won the game, and I want to show you what I won. I won actual prize. This Goosh 3-foot Halloween car zombie baby inflatable sitting lights up. Look at this thing. Sits in the car. Yeah, so that's on the way. It'll be here for Halloween. I'm looking forward to having my own Goosh, either sitting in the car and scaring the kids, or on top of our golf cart, and we can ride them around through the neighborhood. At least that's the plan. But anyways, Ryan, I just wanted to say, Brandon, I don't know what was wrong with you, but you should have been there. We had a fun time. You guys got to listen to that one, because myself and the 2 other guests came up with the craziest zombie apocalypse, either survival gear or what stores would you loot? What reality TV show should you watch in order to learn, how to survive in the apocalypse? It was a lot of fun. It was just crazy nonsense and a ton of fun. So I think that one comes out on the 29th. Now back to Ryan. Now that Brandon has been fully put on notice about not coming to this thing that he was supposed to be at, tell us about another show that you do.
Yeah, is there anything I don't do? By the way,
No, I think you do it all, but
I do a plethora, which is a big word that doesn't get used enough. You don't use that word enough. Jefe, you do not understand what it means to have a plethora. Oh yes, you have a plethora. Sorry, that's a reference from an 80s film. Anyone know what that is? Let me know in the comments. So, what do we do here? We do Anti-Quote, we do the Nerdy Cantina, we do a new series that I just started a few weeks ago called The Meaning of Fandom, and the next episode's going to drop on Friday. This Friday, I believe, at October the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Everything I do is Eastern Time, so hashtag check your local listings.
Yep.
And the meaning of fandom is something I've been thinking about for a good while. I thought, there are so many different fandoms out there that I may not have heard of, or maybe I'm not overly familiar with, that I want to learn more about. So I said, let's bring on a round table of 4 to 5 people per episode, just different people, any different kinds. And I'm going to ask them a simple question. What is a specific fandom or a character from a fandom that means something to you, and why? That's the premise of the meaning of fandom. So we did the first episode. It was about a week or so ago. You can check it out. I made a separate playlist for that specific series. So you can go back and watch that anytime you want. It's there. And I got to tell you, there are a few answers I knew were coming, because a lot of the guests I have on my shows, I've either met them before, I'm familiar with them, we've become friends on Facebook. Hashtag, that's where you find your real friends. So, and maybe not so much, but the meaning of fandom has gotten a really good response from our audience. And not only that, the panelists are loving it. They thought, man, we've had to think deep. I said, that's the point. Like, we want you to go, this is deeper than the rabbit hole of Alice in Wonderland. You've got to think, why does this fandom mean so much to you? Because I want to understand it, because I know that Star Wars means something to me. I know that X-Men means something to me.
Yes.
But like, what do the other fandoms mean to you? Like, honestly. And I'm going to give away a minor spoiler here for the first episode. You can always go back and watch it, because the answer that these people gave are just fascinating stuff. So obviously, yes.
Carissa,
of course,
you are fans of more than just your own character. She's
come on, Carissa.
Into Supernatural and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Resident Evil video games.
Yeah.
So she's a fan.
Yeah, don't just say, "Oh, I'm a fan of Worthy Chaos." Yeah, we know you're a fan of Worthy Chaos because you run the company. Like, step outside of your own company. It's not just about making millions of dollars every week, Carissa. Jeez. But anyway, so
we're going to talk that into existence too. Carissa makes millions of dollars.
Yeah. Where's my money? Honestly, where's my big fat check, Carissa? I'm waiting for you to write it for me. Anyway, sorry. I pick on you, Carissa, out of love. It's all out of love. That's why we pick on you so much. We love you.
We only say that because we're trying to talk it into existence. We all know that in indie comics, there is no money to be made.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I made a million pennies.
I had a penny for every time Ryan said that. I'd be a millionaire. No, you wouldn't. Anyway. So someone said the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles means something to them, and here's why. And when our
Yeah.
panelists explained that, I thought, oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. I can see why. So when I hear certain fandoms that come up, I don't expect to hear it all the time, but when it happens, it's genius. So the meaning of fandom's a bi-weekly, once a month. It's kind of scattered right now. We don't have a
Yeah.
set schedule because I try to accommodate. Like when you have to coordinate 4 or 5 different people, that's a lot of scheduling. That's a lot of time zones because I've had people reach out to me from overseas and people in California, and they're like, the time difference doesn't work. So the meaning of fandom, all I can say to you is stay tuned. It gets better. And episode 2 is going to drop live on Friday. And let me tell you something else about my channel. Everything we do is live. Everything we do is live. Nothing is pre-recorded. Nothing's taped. Nothing's done beforehand, and I drop it later in the week. I love doing it live because we love the interaction with our fans, and that's why I love doing this so much. And what is Carissa complaining about now?
No, she's not complaining.
Sorry.
She's saying her first fandom is Resident Evil, and then it was Supernatural, and both changed her entire life.
Well, we would love
and
to have
that's the meaning of fandom.
Well,
when
Carissa,
you are inspired and love something so much that it moves you to do something different with your life. And for Carissa, it was creating a comic book. That's amazing.
It is. And by the way, Carissa, if you're free on Friday the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I do have 3 seats still available for this week's show. So if anyone's listening or watching this and wants to jump on the panel for the meaning of fandom specifically, the meaning of fandom, send me a DM because everybody knows me by now. So just slide into those DMs and on Facebook, by the way, or Instagram. You can tag us at It's Nerd Culture on Instagram.
Hey, this is a family show. Quit getting trying to get
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say something that's considered to be NC-17 and hashtag this is not the green room, Carl Witzman. But sorry. I'm sorry, Pops. I didn't even know you were here. I didn't know you were the wizard.
I just rolled over, looked at my phone, and Laurie's like, help. And I'm like, here I am to save the day.
Ryan jumped right in. It was awesome. I was like, hey, anybody want to hang out with me? Because my guest, I don't know, it probably was a time difference thing. You know what I mean? Where you confirm it and you tell them 11 o'clock, but then.
Oh, Carissa, send me a DM. Let me send me the confirmation. We know that you're in for Friday. Thank you, Carissa. See, there you go. You put something out into the universe.
When did that start?
And yeah, Dawn, I don't know when this became a family show. I don't know. I'll tell you what, full disclosure on Nerd Culture, 9 times out of 10. That's right. Who let the dogs out? 9 times out of 10 on Nerd Culture's channel, I do my best to keep it family friendly. But then again, I don't mind if somebody breaks out and just drops a certain word every now and again. It's okay. We all do it. We're all human, right? We make mistakes. It happens every day.
There's nothing family show about our network.
No, not this network. I'm just talking about Nerd Culture.
I think my show is probably the most family appropriate.
No,
is it?
Depending on the guest, it can get a little off the rails. What?
Line is the PG of the madness.
That's fair.
They got 3 shows a week, and you never hear them. You never hear a bleep. Not one.
Wow.
You know.
Imagine the possibilities once we get our Kickstarter fully funded and we're all streaming on Roku. How fun is that going to be?
When I go on their show, then they have to pull the bleeper out every now and then because I don't have a filter. They're really good at it, but
can people handle me on your show 2 days in a row? Says Carissa. I don't know.
Oh, they'll love it.
They'll love you on my show. They're going to be fine. The Meaning of Fandom is a great new experiment that we're doing. And obviously, Anti-Quote's been around for 2-3 years. I've been doing that for 3 years now. That's a long-standing show. But anyway, what's my True Hollywood story, Laurie? Oh, yeah. That's right. The dogs are being let out. So, I know. I hear you, dog. I hear you.
He wants to be heard today. He's got stuff to say.
He's singing the song of his people.
He's going to be in the next dog movie from. No, I'm kidding.
Do you have something to say?
From Disney.
Well, Disney just turned 100 yesterday. I don't know if anyone heard the news, but the Walt Disney Company as a whole turned 100 yesterday. So exactly. See, the dog knows what's up.
You're going senile. Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
After
you're talking
a little bit when we're done talking and promoting, I was wondering if you would like to try your hand at running the gauntlet.
I have no idea what that means, but if you want to,
my choose your own adventure book. I want to see how long you survive.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to be on the show today. I didn't know I was supposed to look proper, even though I don't. So, yeah, throw me to the wolves. Why don't you? I'm up for the gauntlet. I don't know what that means, but I'm willing to run the gauntlet. I mean,
Well,
I've watched pro wrestling, so you know.
Dawn knows how to die in this book. She's done it.
Rocky has a thing about Ryan. He just wants to talk to Ryan today.
Oh,
it's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you
like
too.
right here. I want to talk to Ryan.
Buddy.
Oh,
Such a sweet dog.
oh,
You like that?
whoa. Whoa.
Jeez. Oh man, such a sweet kid. Oh gosh, but yeah, Carissa, people can handle you for 2 days on the Nerd Culture channel, I should say. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know Pops was going to be in here today, but hey, you know what? The stranger things have happened. By the way, that's the title of a different series. Do you want me to keep talking about my E-True Hollywood story?
Let's keep going on that.
All right, because I'm curious, because my E-True Hollywood story is pretty long. So
I know. I was like, I know we haven't finished yet, so let's keep going.
It's okay. It's fair. And once again, thank you for being so patient with me and having me on the show. I don't know what I'm probably going to get destroyed here in a minute by the gauntlet, whatever that means. So, but anyway, the meaning of fandom. We started another show that's kind of taking a bit of a break called Convention Chronicles with my best friend and brother known as Jeff, where we talk about our journeys that we've had at conventions. We talk about different sides of the convention business, whether it's meeting the celebrities, whether it's talking about the vendors, whether it's our first episode was, hey, what was your first convention experience like? What was it like? Where were you? What were you doing? Who did you meet? And we've done 3 episodes so far, which are all different themes. You can find those in the titles of our videos. That's on the Convention Chronicles playlist. You can find that there. Next episode's going to be in about a week or so. I need to talk to Jeff and figure out. We're probably going to do it on a Friday because Fridays seems to be the best day and time for Jeff, like 7, 8 o'clock at night on Fridays. So, other words, TBA, to be announced. It's the next episode of Convention Chronicles. So just stay tuned to social media. Oh gosh, what else? Oh yeah, here's something I love to do: movie anniversary watch-alongs, Laurie. Yeah, movie anniversary watch-alongs. So there are few. We do them at different times. We do them at different months because it depends on the specific movie came out on a specific day and time. So we've been doing that for the last couple of years now, and that's gotten a really good response. Fun fact, the highest rated and the most watched video in the history of our channel thus far, of Nerd Culture Channel, is the 30th anniversary celebration watch-along of Captain Ron.
Captain Ron?
That video has over 10,000 views.
What is Captain Ron?
Now, Captain Ron is an underrated gem starring Kurt Russell, Martin Short, that came out in the 90s, and it's
Goldie
about
Hawn. You can't say that without saying Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn too?
No. She wasn't in this. She wasn't in this movie. She was not in this. No, that's Overboard. You're thinking of Overboard. That's a different movie.
Who's the chick in Captain Ron? I know there's a chick in Captain Ron.
Well, there's quite a few female love interest guys, so let me go over the cast list for you so Laura doesn't get too confused. So Mary Kay Place plays Martin Short's wife. Meadow Sisto, fun fact, is Jeremy Sisto's sister, plays the daughter in this movie. And then there's an island beauty that I forget her name, Rosalind Sanchez or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, so Captain Ron, the long and the short of it is a family man who's a corporate executive inherits his uncle's boat, and they want to sell the boat in Miami, but they live in Chicago. So they have to take the boat from where it's, overseas and then, sail it over to Miami. And they hire a captain to help them because they don't know anything about sailing. They don't know anything. So they hire Captain Ron, who's done a lot of sailing in his career. Plus he used to drive the Saratoga, the USS Saratoga. Yeah, the old Sarah. And it's a comedy, and it's a great comedy. It's underrated, and apparently Facebook user is giving me blank faces. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is.
I don't know who that is, but check it out. It's streaming somewhere on the interwebs or somewhere on a streaming service. Look for it. It's called Captain Ron. It came out in 1992. It was released by Touchstone Pictures. Martin Short, Kurt Russell are the 2 leads in the movie, and it's hilarious.
And the original title was Escape from Reality.
Maybe. I don't know.
It was a Kurt Russell movie you never saw.
No, I never saw it. But anyway, movie anniversary watch-alongs, we do that every couple of months. Every month we do a movie that celebrates an anniversary, something like that. The next ones we're going to be doing are 30th anniversaries for Mrs. Doubtfire with the late great Robin Williams, 30th anniversary of The Three Musketeers with Chris O'Donnell, Kiefer Sutherland and company. Speaking of Walt Disney Pictures,
Not
that's a
that
Disney
one.
movie.
That's not even the good one.
I don't care. We're still doing a 30th anniversary because I grew up on it and I'm a 90s kid. Sue me. And the other one we're doing this year is 30th anniversary of Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is kind of an important movie. That's one of the biggest influences on comic book movies. And then the last one we're doing is Sudden Impact, which is a Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry movie that Laurie likes, I'm sure, because it's Eastwood. So, Laurie, if you want to be on the panel for Sudden Impact where he says, "Go ahead, make my day,"
I love it.
let me know. We'll be more than happy to have you on set for that panel because we're going to be watching the movie and just commentating on it the whole time. That's going to be a blast. No pun intended, because it's a 44 Magnum, most powerful handgun in the world. It could blow your head clean off. Anyway, those are the things that we do on our channel. So if anyone wants to chime in on that, or if you want to watch that stuff, we have playlists for everything. We have playlists for the movie stuff. We have playlists for Star Wars, for Marvel, for DC content. All kinds of stuff is sitting on our channel, including the Westerns celebration recently that Laurie and I did, which, by the way, that has over 148 views now on YouTube. So the hype for that is real.
We had a blast doing that. That was so much fun.
We may have to do a sequel because we had so much fun. I don't know.
Oh, man.
We could talk more about...
We covered everything, though. We covered movies. We covered things that weren't Westerns.
It's true. We covered pretty much anything and everything under the sun, pun intended.
Right, and we covered the TV shows.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you want to go back and watch it, it's all there. So that's basically my story in a nutshell. And I'm a host and producer of podcasting because podcasting is my thing. I love it. I'm going to continue to do it until I'm 150 and dead in the water. And I love meeting new people every week.
Out to sea on an iceberg. Bye, Ryan.
Yeah. Hey, listen. When it comes to icebergs, Jack could have fit on that door. Okay, Jack could have fit on that door. And they could have survived the Titanic disaster, guaranteed.
Didn't Mythbusters try it?
Yeah, and it's proven that it can work. Both Jack and Rose literally could have survived that whole thing, and they would have lived happily ever after. But they didn't get that. We got a completely different ending. So,
well, I mean,
it was James Cameron's decision. It was James Cameron's decision. It's a great movie, but it's a great movie. I mean, it's one of the top. What is it, like top 10, top 7 or 8 highest grossing movies of all time?
I would say top 5.
See, now this is my problem with this movie. We already know how it ends.
I didn't know. First time I saw it, I didn't know how it was going to end.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we know the boat sinks. You don't know how
I didn't know the Titanic disaster before going in to see the movie. I didn't know about it. I went in cold, pun intended.
You didn't know the Titanic sinks.
Yeah, but I was only, how old was I when that movie came out? I was like 10. I didn't know how the world works. I didn't know anything about history. I was only 10.
This is true, Brian. This is true.
I never watched it because I didn't.
Brian, I would beg to differ, buddy.
Name it.
Avatar.
You didn't like the first Avatar?
It was fine, but then he started making 40,000 sequels that nobody asked for. So now I'm just like, James, do something else, man.
That's his baby. I
don't care if it's his baby. I want to see something else. I don't want to see blue people walking around all day. I want to see something else.
You don't have to watch it.
Exactly. That's why I had no interest in seeing Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, whatever that was.
It was okay. I don't think it was great.
The only thing that Avatar did was make a whole bunch of
3D
parody strange movies.
Okay? 3D. And he reinvigorated 3D back in 2009. So that's what James Cameron did.
Doesn't make it a bad movie.
I don't care. Like, look, if you look at his filmography, in my opinion, James Cameron's the least favorite movie of his for me would probably be Avatar.
This is the wonderful thing about this stuff. It's all opinions, yo.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's entitled to his opinion. If he thinks that was a bad movie, he's allowed to think that was a bad movie.
Here's something that's going to shock Brian to no end, and I know that he's watching. Brian, my number one favorite James Cameron movie, this is going to shock probably a few people, probably not everybody. The Terminator from 1984 is my favorite. Hands down.
Not a bad movie.
A great one.
Hands down. And everyone puts T2 on this pedestal. And I'm like, listen,
Nope.
I get it. T2 broke a lot of new ground. I get that. But you wouldn't get there without the first one that was made on a shoestring budget. Okay.
Dude, the first one was great. I loved it.
Dude, the first one is a revolution.
Terminator.
1984. It was, by the way, that movie turns 40 next year, and you can bet your bottom dollar, Laurie, that we're going to be doing a 40th anniversary celebration of the Terminator.
Yes.
Guarantee it.
I want to be there for that one.
You want to be there for that one, Pops?
Terminators.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
He wrote the series Dark Angel? I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
That's
he didn't direct it, but he did produce it.
Yeah,
And
he's the creator writer. True Lies, another great movie.
That doesn't that turn 40? No, 30. That turns 30 next year. Holy crap. Wow. We're going to have to do a 30th anniversary watch along for True Lies, everybody.
It's next year, yeah.
Next year is True Lies, and then next year is also the 40th of the Terminator. So,
of course, there's Rambo, Aliens.
Aliens is better than Alien. There, I said it. I said it. Aliens is better than Alien.
No.
It is. In my opinion, which hashtag those are the facts, Aliens is better than Alien.
Now, what about The Abyss?
Okay, so I finally sat down and watched The Abyss for the first time last year, I think it was. Last year, because I bought it on DVD, which, by the way, that's one of the hardest movies to find on physical media is The Abyss and True Lies. And I got to tell you,
The Abyss is 1989.
That's going way back, which, by the way, you just brought up an interesting point, Laurie. The Abyss turns 35 next year. Wow.
Gosh.
Wow. So anyway, The Abyss, I watched it. Here's my thoughts. Good movie. I liked it a lot. I really did. However, the ending, bit scratchy my head just a little bit. But other than that, very good movie, The Abyss. And the effects in that movie. And the fact that Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, of all people,
amazing.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, who was Tony Montana's sister, is the lead character in that movie. I said to myself, Mary Elizabeth, if I didn't already respect you because of the work you did on Law & Order Criminal Intent and some of the other stuff you've done before that, I respect you even more because the fact that you were able to carry this movie with Ed Harris, that's not an easy thing to do. So
yeah.
Mary Elizabeth, she's great. She's fantastic.
What are the other movies? Well, there's I don't know about Terminator Dark Fate. I wouldn't stick that up there as a highlight.
I heard so many negativity about that movie that I didn't even bother to see it.
Okay, I got a movie for you to find for me, Ryan, because I can't find it anywhere.
What was it?
Let me see.
Wolverine
What you
turns
call
50?
Wait a minute, which one? Wolverine.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
What do you mean Wolverine turns 50? You mean the character? The character Wolverine? Do you mean like X-Men's Wolverine?
The Legend of Boggy Creek, Ryan. Find it for me, not behind a paywall.
Legend of Boggy Creek?
I never even heard of that.
What's that about?
By the way, Brian.
It's a cryptid movie.
Oh, wait. I think it was 1980. I think it was 1984 that TMNT came out. So yeah, Brian is right. The 40th anniversary of the original property known as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles does turn 40. Dragon Ball turns 40 next year. Jeez, that's crazy.
They're all behind a paywall right now. It's I don't see it. For
TMNT
free.
turning 40 is a big deal. That's a big deal because that was one of the biggest, most successful indie properties. So, by the way, my hat's off to Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Brilliant people. And TMNT, that fandom goes, I mean, that's a deep fandom, man. That fandom goes, whoo. Fun fact, the movie that no one likes to talk about, TMNT 3, Turtles in Time, turned 30 this year. And I said to the crew, I said, hey, I don't think we're going to do an anniversary watch along for it. And they said, why? I said, well, because it's not that good as the other two. The first two are great, but the third one, even though I like it because I have nostalgia for it, it's still, you can tell it's the weak link of the chain.
It's a little out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the weak link of the chain. But anyway, so podcasting is fun. Entertainment is fun. So if you guys ever want to chime in on any of the stuff that we're doing, just follow us on social media because I got to be honest with you. I've had so much fun running this channel for the last few years since the original crew, went their separate ways. We're all still friends. It's just they moved on to greener pastures. But I do this as a hobby. I'm not getting paid for any of the stuff that I'm doing on Nerd Culture because it hasn't reached that peak yet. But if someone were to offer me a giant duffel bag full of cash, I would do it. But other than that, I do it because I love it. And if you love what you do, Laurie, it's not called work. So Hashtag podcasting is meant to be fun, so let's keep it that way. What does
Right?
Matt Chambers say?
I think he's referring to TMNT.
First of all, TMNT2 is not the worst. The third one is the worst, okay? The first two are staples of childhood, and the first two are staples of the fan community. If you go back and you listen to Go Ninja Go by our good friend Vanilla Ice, you will realize how popular and how cool that movie is, okay? And by the way, we did a 30th anniversary watch along was it two years ago, rather. I can't believe it's been 2 years already, for TMNT2, The Secret of the Use, with my good friend Ryan, the Real Ordeal O'Regan. So go back and watch that, Laurie, because that was cowabunga.
That's like a wrestler name.
Well, he
wrestler
personality? Well, he talks about, no, he does movie
Hi.
reviews. He does movie reviews, hence the reason he calls himself The Real Ordeal.
Gotcha.
So feel free to follow him on
Real.
Instagram at Real Ordeal. That's his Instagram handle. Or on, what's the other channel that he's on? TikTok. Yeah.
BTW, what's up?
What's up, whoever that is? Good to see you. Look at all these. I see a lot of familiar faces. By the way, it's always good to see Paul Gomez. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man.
He's over there causing drama, so I'm not putting it up.
He did say LMAO, hashtag those are the facts. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that, man. Oh, man.
Are
45 minutes in, and I'm loving this. This is fun.
Are you ready to run the gauntlet?
I have no idea what that means, but in the words
We're gonna play Choose Your Own Path. I'm so excited.
Okay, so in the words of people who have said this on the interwebs and in real life who have said this for decades, Laurie, I was born ready. Let's go.
Let's think you are, but sir, this is Path of the Pale Rider. Good luck.
Okay.
So you are about to embark on a choose your own adventure based off of the world of Path of the Pale Rider. The world is very dangerous. Remember these rules as you stride forward. Number 1, the death process is broken. This applies to all living things, humans, animals, insects, etc. Can all come back as undead if you dispatch them. Number 2, assume everyone will undead you if given the chance. 3, nothing is as it seems. And 4, use this logic and you will survive. Probably not, but good luck anyway. Okay, so you are now 10 years into the apocalypse. Things have devolved back to the Wild West, and you walk into a saloon in the wasteland. It's a rather rough place. It has a wooden bar and a couple of stragglers. Everyone has masks or bandanas covering their faces. Behind you is a giant wall of bounties with pictures and descriptions. You casually sit at the bar, and the barkeep slams a mug of something in front of you. You check your pockets, and you have the following: a pocket knife, 10 pieces of silver, and a canteen. Do you drink the drink with no questions, or refuse the drink and walk over to the wall of bounties?
Oh, man, I can hear the Ennio Morricone music playing in my head. So I am going to refuse thy drink and walk over to that wall that has all the bounties on it and look at that for a while.
All right. So you walk over to the back of the saloon, and there are many, many bounties on the board. Noticing some are for alive and some are for undead. 3 stand out. First one is the Skinner. Undead, $500 reward, brought in any condition. Okay. Second one is Jane Doe, presumed alive, $200, brought in alive, no questions asked. Or number 3, feral dogs, condition unknown, $25 per head. Which do you choose?
Jeez. Okay.
Brian's going to play along. He says, walk to the wall. Okay.
Thank you, Brian.
You and Brian are on the same path so far.
So far. All right. So of those options, I'm going to go with
undead, Jane Doe, who they think is alive, but you have to return her alive, and then no questions. And then feral dogs, we don't know if they're alive or undead, but you get $25 for every head you bring back. Brian says Jane Doe.
You said feral dogs and Rocky left.
He was like, bye.
Sorry, Rocky.
My brethren.
Brian, I was thinking that in the beginning, but now I'm switching that. I'm not going to say Jane Doe. I'm going to go with the guy who's undead. So the first bounty.
The Skinner.
I'm going with the Skinner. That's what I'm going with.
The Skinner.
I'm going with the Skinner.
Move, essay.
Don't tell him.
Going with the
Went up
Skinner.
against the Skinner as well.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
I'm going with the Skinner there, Laurie.
It didn't turn out right. All right. So the Skinner. You choose the bounty for the Skinner, $500. This seems more like your style. Big payoff and no stipulations on the condition of return. You bring the yellow paper back to the barkeep and hand it to him. And he says, this seems like your first bounty. Do you need any weapons for the trip? I know you ain't got any money. I could just take it off your reward when you get back, if you get back. Do you purchase a rifle for $100, a taser for $200, or no weapons purchase? I have a knife. I'm good.
Ooh, man, this is getting interesting and good. So I think the bounty on this guy was 500. So a knife's good, but I'm gonna need that rifle. So I'm gonna go with the rifle.
All right. So you choose the rifle. The barkeep looks you in the eyes and says, all right, get going. This bounty isn't going to catch itself. You ask which way to head to start looking. And he says, head west of here. And if when you keep reading Path of the Pale Rider, that's an inside joke, because anytime Jude St. Clair asks for directions, they just tell him to go west. And he's like, and they're like, there's nothing else. Just go west. So you head out the door and into the evening. In the low light, you see a wild hare scamper across your path, followed by a tumbleweed, and then another tumbleweed. The sun is going down. Although the west is pretty dangerous at night, you see a fire in the distance, not too far, maybe half a mile farther. The Skinner is a lone figure, dressed in Western apparel, boots, jeans, 2 revolvers, a large knife, long sleeve shirt, gloves, bandana covered face, sunglasses, and a large hat. He stares into the fire, unaware of your approach at the moment. So you have a rifle, so this is an option. Shoot him from afar. You do not have a taser. Or do you approach and talk to him, hoping he won't kill you immediately?
Wow, this gauntlet is fun. I'm imagining myself wearing these Western clothes, and I got Morricone playing the score behind me. So, okay, there's a part of me that wants to talk it over with this guy, but at the same time, no, you know what? Let's live dangerously. I'm going to walk over there and talk to him and pray he doesn't kill me. I'm going to walk over there.
You're going to talk to him? You're going to talk to the dude named the Skinner.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Have you seen the Skinner?
No.
Let me show you the Skinner.
The Skinner.
Is it Leonard Skinner?
I'm going to write a song about that. You watch.
Okay. All right, little creepy, but I can work with that. Kind of a bit Freddy Krueger-ish, but not that bad. Okay.
Well, you can tell he doesn't know what's going on because he grabbed a rifle to go after an undead, and it's like, dude. Yeah.
I'm going to try to talk to him and convince him to, take this quietly. If he doesn't take it quietly, I'm going to put him down.
Talk to the Skinner. You approach the fire slowly and raise your hands. The Skinner turns his head to the side and pulls a revolver and points it at you. You pause, pull your knife from your pocket, and toss it to the sand. He watches you through your sunglasses and bandana covering his face, but does not move. You take that as a sign that it's okay to sit across the fire from him. Good evening, sir. I don't mean you no harm. Just want to talk. The Skinner nods. You clear your throat and continue. I'm here because of the bounty. The Skinner clicks the hammer back on the gun. No, what I mean is I want to know more about your situation and why there's a bounty on your head. I can see you're a formidable foe, and I would have to a hard fight ahead of me. Maybe you have something that could be worth my while. I can always go back and tell him that you're nowhere to be found. The sound that comes out of the Skinner is like bones scraping against gravel. No bounty. You cringe at the sound. I assure you there is a bounty. The Skinner laughs. You're not sure what he is doing because it sounds like a nightmare, but it resembles laughing. No bounty, he repeats. Trap. The color runs out of your face. Trap, you repeat. The Skinner croaks, need new skin, and pulls the trigger. You are shot dead between the eyes. You stay for a second, and you are dead sick and confused as he walks over. He turns his head to the side, removing the sunglasses and bandana, and you see the grotesque truth that the Skinner was hiding. His eye sockets are both empty, and the skin on his face ends just below his nose. So, skull. He pulls a skinning knife from his hip sheath and sits on your chest.
Wow.
New skin, he says, and puts the tip of the knife under your skin of your face, just below your nose, and slices. This is the
Wow.
end for you, adventurer. At least your lips and chin will live on with the Skinner. Maybe that's a close second place question. Want to try again?
Well, the only thing I would do differently is shoot him from afar rather than walking up to him and trying to talk him down.
You would do the rifle and try to shoot him from afar?
Yeah. That's the only thing I would change. Everything else I keep the same.
Shoot the Skinner from afar. You silently crouch in the dirt, focus your rifle on the Skinner, and pull the trigger. You hit him square in the back, and he flings forward, narrowly missing the fire. You jump to your feet and sprint towards the camp. The Skinner is pulling himself up and reaching for his hips, pulling both revolvers. You stop in your track and aim again, pulling the trigger on the rifle, hoping to beat him to the shot. Click. The rifle jams. Bang, bang! 2 shots rang out as the Skinner shoots back at you. One shot hits you in the chest, the other in the thigh. You fall backwards and from the force of the bullets. The Skinner saunters over while you squirm in your own blood, a feeble attempt to crawl away. He stands hard on your foot, making you cringe. He uses the other boot to flip you over and squats down, pointing the left gun in your face. You freeze. The Skinner turns his head away, lowers his bandana, removes his glasses. You turn back and gasp. Where his eyes should be, there are 2 empty sockets. The skin on his face stops just under his nose, an eternal toothy grin exposed in the night air. You scream in terror as he pulls the trigger. The Skinner takes out his knife and removes your head from the rest of your body. He takes his time removing limb from limb and lining them up by the fire. Your head gurgles in terror as you watch. He comes back silently, the bloody knife in hand, and skins your head from the nose down. He reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a curved needle and thread, and he begins sewing the bottom of your face to his own. Satisfied with his work, he picks up your head and plops it down next to the fire, pulls the bandana back up, puts on his glasses, and walks off into the night. The last thing you hear is the howling of dogs in the distance, getting closer.
Lovely. So no one survives this thing. Yay, everybody wins.
The only way to beat the Skinner is with the taser.
Nah.
Because he's undead.
Why did you tell him that?
There's only one option left.
That doesn't mean he'd have got it right.
I didn't even know they had tasers in the Old West, but okay.
It's not the Old West. It's
it's post-apocalyptic. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, tasers, right.
Brian's like, dude, Jane Doe. You think Jane Doe is much better?
Dude, if I went with the woman who was alive, I mean, she probably still would have killed me.
Ryan would get
has like things floating in it.
I probably would have still ended up dead, Brian. So there's no winning here.
It's funny. There is a way to die on page.
Great, there's a way to die. That means nobody wins the gauntlet. You all die.
Well, no. There's a way to make it to the end of the book, but it just cracks me up because if you drink the drink and refuse to pay for it and try to like dine and dash, you die on page 5.
See, that's the thing. I feel like Laurie in this case is playing our friendly neighborhood.
For the drink though.
Well, I feel like Laurie's playing our friendly neighborhood Death, played by Tony Todd in the FD movies, the Final Destination movies, where he looks over at the camera and he says, "Death doesn't like to be cheated."
If you drink, it's 25 silver, and you only have 10.
Yeah, so there's no way
you have enough to cover it.
25 silver, man. That guy that's price gouging.
He is because you already drank it, so he can say whatever amount he wants.
Well,
so
Laurie,
if you drink and you can't pay for it, your options are to do a bounty and pay for it. You can join the protection caravan, or you can dash out the door, which results in you looking like Swiss cheese.
What's the protection caravan? That's like the witness protection program?
Kind of, yeah. It's more like there's a caravan going out west, and they have a bunch of supplies, and you have to help protect them for their delivery.
Of course it's going west.
Everything goes west. That's the thing.
Well, this isn't a post-apocalyptic zombie story per se, but if you want to get, I didn't get a chance. I think I brought this up. Did I bring this up the last time we were here? Yeah, Laurie. Laurie, on the Western Celebration, I brought up a story that's kind of similar to this, where a guy's trying to escort a a wagon with a bunch of people in it, you know, a carriage, yeah, something like that, and they're going across the Wild West, and it's dangerous territory, right?
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested in that, look up The Outcast, which is a rugged tale by Howard Donovan that we brought up on that Western celebration. The graphic is there too, so you'll be able to see what the cover looks like.
Stagecoach.
Who the writer? Yeah, Stagecoach. Yeah. So look up Rugged the Outcast, Rugged Book 1 by Howard Donovan. It's from Stormgate Press. Stormgatepress.com, by the way, is a great website. You can find that at. Or Amazon. So look that up if you want to see someone trying to do their best to protect a group of people who are, you know, just trying to, you know, get to the West and all that kind of stuff. It basically reminds you of like other Westerns, like the movies we were talking about, like Hostels and, you know, things like that. You know, if anyone's interested in that sort of thing, look up the book. # always promote your friends, Laurie. You know.
Do you want to try the Protect Caravan run? You can do more.
She wants to throw me to the wolves even more than I've already been.
I want to see what you do. No, because people usually go towards the bounties. Not everybody gets to do the protection caravan.
Okay, sure. Let's do it. Let's say, okay, Ryan, this is your third or fourth life. Let's go for it. Put in the more quarters, man.
All right, put more quarters in. All right. So a caravan of 3 people are outside, and they have a pack mule heavily laden with water, milk, and grain. One of the men greets you with, another deadbeat to join us. You have any skills? You reply, 1 or 2. Mostly I just stab things. He replies, well, let's hope you don't have to do much of that on this trip. We're just taking supplies over to the free zone. Free zone, you ask? Free of deads and desperate enough to pay top dollar for this haul. Let's get going. The first 5 hours are pretty uneventful. You see a tumbleweed, a wild hare, a hawk above, and more tumbleweeds. Because, you know, it's a Western. You need tumbleweeds. The terrain is flat, but ahead of your caravan is a wide cliff. There's a bridge that has rotted away long ago. You look over at the head guy and he says, oh, yeah, we have a way down the side of the cliff. There's a path. Hope you're not afraid of heights. The mule seems to have done this 100 times because it doesn't slow when it gets to the narrow path that winds back and forth to the bottom of the cliff. Once you reach the bottom, the small ravine flows around some sharp rocks. It's easy to cross because the water is so low. A sound of crumbling rock can be heard from around the bend. You look in that direction, but nothing comes around the corner. An identically treacherous path is on the other side of the cliff heading back up. The crew makes small talk as they ascend, just like it's another Tuesday. When you climb back to ground level, unfortunately, you are no longer alone. There's a group of 10 bandits covered from head to toe in Western apparel, all with knives drawn. You look at them head to foot, but you can't tell if they're alive or undead. Okay. So option is, do you go back down the ravine? Do you pull your knife and stab the bitches? Or abandon the caravan and flee?
I think Mad Dog Tannen's going to look at me, oh, what's wrong, dude? You yellow. No, I am not yellow, so I'm not going to turn and run like some coward. And you'll be branded a coward for the rest of your days. Anyway, that's a Back to the Future Part 3 line. So in this case, the...
Yellow.
Yeah, what's wrong, dude? You yellow. Yeah, that's right. So yellow, baby. Nobody calls me yellow. Let's settle it. Right, not right now, Tannen. Marshall's got our guns. Like I said, we'll finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow we're robbing the Pond City stage. What about Monday? We doing anything Monday? No, we're not doing anything Monday. You can get. I'll be back this way on Monday. Sell this then, right there, out the street, around the Palace Saloon. Oh yeah, when? High noon. Sorry, I'm losing my mind.
I was like, Ryan, come back.
Sorry. Once you get me,
so you're going back down the ravine, hoping they don't follow you. Pull your knives and fight.
No.
Or pull your knife and fight, or do you abandon the caravan and
No, I'm gonna go with option A. We go the other way. Go down the
You're gonna go back down the ravine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, going the other way. By the way, hi Roxanne. Great to see you. Roxanne, you want to talk about an incredible person inside and out. She is a music therapist, and that's one of the highest rated episodes we've had of And I Quote history. So if you go back and watch the episode with Roxanne Christian, And I Quote, fascinating person. She's done so much good for this world. She's going to continue to do it. The force is strong in her family, of course it is. So check it out, Roxanne. Or check it out for anybody who missed it, the Roxanne Christian episode. Yeah.
Hi, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
You don't have to put on the red. All right. So you go back down the ravine, Ryan.
Yeah.
The bandits scream, kill them all and keep the loot. And you scream in terror, run back down the ravine path. You dodge a throwing knife and lose your balance. rolling down the path like a red-headed stepchild in a tractor tire. Unfortunately, there is nothing stopping you from going over the edge, and you flap your arms, hoping to sprout wings as you fall 100 feet to the bottom of a rocky ravine. You are conscious as both of your ankles break upon landing, and you crumple. Another body hits the ground with a thud as your caravan members are being thrown from the top.
Great.
The fall doesn't quite kill any of you, but the pain is unbearable.
Yeah.
You scream in pain, hoping anyone will hear you and come to your rescue. And aren't you in luck? A pair of eyes peek around the corner of the ravine. You hear the same crumbling rock, but it's a bit louder this time, and you turn your head and see a giant undead bear come shambling around the corner. Even in your pain, you realize that your situation has gone from bad to shitstorm. You clap both of your hands over your mouth, hoping it won't realize you're there since it's half blind. Sadly, it shambles right up to you as you lay prone on the ground, sniffs your face, and opens its mouth and takes a bite, ending your life and your adventure in this game.
Sounds great. Wonderful. Thank you. That's exactly how I want to go out. No, it's not. So basically, in other words, the winner of this fight is the bear from The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio. So well done, guys. Well done.
It's another version of Big James that you run into in the ravine because, bears are terrifying to me. And I like to terrorize people as much as I can with the things that traumatize me. I'm just trying to come on.
Just show the scope.
Your silly Palisades home is shading everything.
I
see
there's
it now.
a close up of this bear coming to take
and
a
that's
bite
on
out of
page
you.
10. How about that?
I turned on a show the other night. Laurie and all her friends were partying in my living room.
Really?
All of them.
That's
Brian,
all
don't you
partying in
love
my
choose
living
your
room.
own adventures? I do. I
mean, I do, but it seems like every time I
why.
choose my own adventure, Brian, I end up dead.
Yeah,
well,
that's the
it is
lovely
Path
thing
of the
about
Pale
her book.
Rider, so you don't live long. The good news is, though, if you decide to get this for yourself, there is a save point. If you make it back to the saloon, that's kind of a save point.
Mhm.
So if you die when you're past that, you just go back to the halfway mark.
Matt Chambers
right
says I'm
now.
coloring
Yes, you are.
I'm coloring
Matt
a bear
Chambers is
right
coloring
now.
Path of the Pale Rider #1 right now. I'm so excited.
Way to go, Matt Chambers. 2 thumbs up, man.
Yeah, so there's lots of good stuff
Hey,
in here. You can
that
get
guy,
I
Matt
have a
Chambers.
path where you can become undead and you keep going.
Mm.
You guys know Matt Chambers is the first person to color Pops in a comic book?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Matt, are you and I friends on Facebook? If we're not, friend me on Facebook, man. We'll have to get you on set for Anti-Quote. Maybe Laurie can talk you up a storm.
Matt was the colorist
down there. I'll
on
hang out with you.
The Crew #2, in which I have my first appearance in comics. Speaking of first appearances, Crumb also had his first appearance recently.
Yep.
In Rin #1 on page 2, riding a dinosaur. Guys can't eat it, but he was riding it, but Hermes wants to eat it. You know what I'm talking about, Laurie.
The dinosaur.
Hermes wants to eat everything. He's like, what is it? And we're like, we're not sure. He's like, can I eat it? We're like, we don't even know what it is. He was like,
can I eat it? He likes to eat dinosaurs a lot, though.
I'll put salt on it. We're like,
Hermes.
No. Hermes is a anthropomorphic bird that was with no wings, and he was part of our D&D group until he was disintegrated a couple weeks ago.
That is a fandom that I don't understand a whole lot about. But if anyone wants to talk about their love of D&D on the Meet the Fandom, then
D&D fandom is big.
Throw that on the put that on the table, because honestly, D&D has a huge following that I'm just not. It's not my scene, but that doesn't mean it's not for someone else who may be interested in learning about it. So
Ryan,
Ryan would like to do. I need.
You just did a do your own adventure, right?
I did, yes, which is a lot of fun, even though I get killed. But
D&D is just that to the nth level, where you create the characters, somebody else is creating the storyline,
spells, the creatures,
and you can die.
And you can die numerous times.
You can die.
D&D is that extreme.
Oh my gosh,
it's extreme that.
I did try to play D&D one time with my friends a couple years ago, Pops, to be perfectly honest with you. And about 5-10 minutes into it, I'm like, my brain's just...
It can be a little overwhelming at first until you get used to it. Yeah.
So much improv. It's like, holy cow, I need like a manual to figure this out. So
well, most people have the manuals that are all totally into it. I don't have any D&D books.
I don't have any
The only one
D&D
I
books. I
is
don't have
like the
any.
Fallout one that we were doing
Yeah.
when we were doing Fallout Las Vegas. Cool.
I'm familiar with that one.
No, see, that was New Vegas on the video game.
Yeah, New Vegas.
We created Lost Vegas.
Ooh.
Our own, based around the Vegas racetrack and a different vault. And we, Seth had a really good setup. It was fun.
If someone brings up D&D on the Meaning of Fandom for future episodes, I'm more than happy to have you on and have you share why it means so much to you.
What's your favorite?
Jeff
What's your
Gracie would
favorite?
be great to have on your show.
What's your favorite superhero, like, Ryan? Who's
for me?
Yeah.
My favorite superhero character?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not Path of the Pale Rider, I'll tell you that. Because I end up dead every time I walk into that story.
You don't have superheroes in my story.
Even though I'm a gunslinger and I'm an Eastwood fan, I still end up dead.
I mean, you just have to learn the rules. If it's an undead person, you better tase their ass.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror
if they're
movie.
already dead and you shoot him, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. If you shoot somebody who's already dead, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, the answer pops $2 billion question.
Who would you be? If you could be any hero, who would you be?
Jeez, we're going to be here all night. D&D and Vampire the Masquerade are the two biggest, I think. Okay, Brian, that's good to know. If anyone wants to bring that up for future reference on another show that I'm doing, feel free to DM me. Anyway, so if I could be any superhero, well, here's the thing. I've said this a couple times on different shows and different channels, and I've said this as part of my, each revelatory of who I am as a person, not just who I am as a podcaster. Superman. Because, and this is going to sound cliche. This is incredibly cliche. I know it's cliche, Laurie, when I say Superman, but I'll tell you why. Because if it weren't for Superman, most of the stuff that you have today when it comes to certain ages of comic books wouldn't have happened. If it weren't for guys like Superman, if it weren't for people like Batman, Wonder Woman, those three characters are like the three pillars of a lot of different things that have happened in comic books since the 1930s and 40s. So let's be perfectly honest. And the other thing is,
it doesn't mean you have to like them.
No, I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that.
You're taking this way away from where I'm trying to go, Ryan.
No. But what I'm saying is I would be Superman because he's my number one favorite superhero character of all time, period.
Okay,
number one.
They got a game for that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Where you can be Superman.
Oh, well, send the link to me. Maybe I'll buy it.
Well, we were talking about building a world where we could play as our own characters. So I wrote Path of the Pale Rider so I could play like Jude St. Clair going through D&D would be fun.
I did all my character creation for Crom yesterday.
Yeah.
Madness.
Didn't mean to take the answer a little too far off the rails, but yeah, the simple answer is it's Superman, hands down.
My whole thing was just that you can play any character you want. You can create any character you want.
So if I had said to Laurie, hey, in Path of the Pale Rider, I'm not just some low-life, bounty hunter. I'm Superman.
I don't know if I'd let you do that in my world. I mean, if I was DMing my world, you'd have to play within the rules of my world.
Egon said never cross the streams, but when they crossed the streams, it created magic. So, if we can cross the streams between Path of the Pale Rider and Superman, I don't see why not.
You lost me here, dude.
I'm sorry.
They already have Bizarro.
I could be Bizarro.
Western looking Superman would be kind of cool.
Well, when it comes to Western characters in DC, the only one that comes to our minds is Jonah Hex. So
yeah,
I could be Jonah Hex.
You're like one of the
because he's undead.
Ghost Rider. One of the original Ghost Riders was a guy on a horse.
True, was a guy on a horse. Yeah, I could be one of the Ghost Rider. I don't mind Ghost Rider. I think he's a cool character. I don't mind him. Or Jonah Hex.
Be fun.
Jonah Hex, maybe.
Jonah Hex is an interesting character. Yes,
he is, and his appearances on Legends of Tomorrow. Those were some good episodes too.
Really?
Yeah, he was on Legends of Tomorrow. You didn't see them?
I didn't watch that far. I lost interest.
Oh man, when Jonah Hex shows up, it's pretty good. The actor who played him, I forget his name.
I like the two guys from Prison Break. We're there together.
Yeah.
Then they started killing people off, and I was like,
Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell is who you're thinking of.
Yeah,
those are two great.
And that's another great show, Prison Break. We watched that for like the first 2 seasons, and after that, I was like, no, thank you.
No, Brian, no.
Yeah, you can play that one in D&D, and the rest of us will be grossed out by you.
I'm gonna walk out as soon as that name comes up. I'm gone.
We're currently playing D&D, and when Hermes got disintegrated into chicken dust, Tobias is
Really?
the person that plays that character, had a new character lined up who's like a vampire, right? And my character is just like, I don't want to be by that or talk to that. I don't know what that is. It freaks me out because it's like, hey, how you doing? And then like climbs the walls and like disappears.
Sucks the blood out of stuff.
I don't know.
Feeling.
Is
Can
it?
you get your boy down? I know it can come in
Get
handy
down.
later, but I'm creeped out.
Get to the chopper. Sorry.
No, he just crawls across the ceiling and then comes back. He's like, what?
Really?
I wonder if I can get this right. Beep your
What?
beeping beep, Uncle Beeper. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. That's a lot of bleeping right there, but anyway.
Best song ever.
Is it?
I love it.
Pretty up there.
Best song ever. Okay.
I mean, when it comes to comedy, South Park, between that one and what's the puppet one?
The
That one and
Frank Anchor?
Matt Damon. What's the other? No, the actual song from that show though.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
America, blah, blah.
Blank, yeah, Brian Wenzel.
Blank.
It's from Team America World Police. Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
if you say so and so, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. I'm like, yep, there's a lot of bleeping right there.
That's such a politically incorrect movie.
I've only seen clips of Team America, and I was like, not my cup of tea. I'm out.
Yeah. When you get to the puppet sex scene, I was just like, I don't know what I'm watching.
Well, they tried to do a similar thing with that Brian Henson movie. Came out a few years ago with Melissa McCarthy. What was it called? The Happy Time Murders. The Happy Time Murders. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Well, as soon as I saw that Brian Henson directed, I'm like, Brian, why do you have to do your father's property like that, man? Come on. Jim Henson's better than that. He doesn't need to do
his grave.
He doesn't need to do R-rated puppet movies. Come on, man. Jim Henson's better than that. Because I'm a Muppets fan. So, I was just like, Melissa McCarthy, not so much. I'm not a fan of hers either. I don't really like her
she's
that much.
funny, but I don't know, when you have Muppets in it, you don't need to make it. I don't know. You never know. They make everything R-rated now. Like they were asking if they should make an R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're probably going to.
Hey.
I heard there was a weren't they going to make an R-rated Star Trek movie at one point with Tarantino directing?
Tarantino?
Yeah, Tarantino was going to direct a Star Trek movie and it was going to be hard R. Yeah.
Avenue Q.
Yeah, I know what Avenue Q is, Brian. I know what that is.
I'm a little afraid.
They did a performance of it in our college campus. So
I don't know. I'm always scared when people are like, look this up, and they give just like random. I'm like, I don't think I want to.
London Gothic? What's up, London Gothic?
That's our boy Nick.
Oh, is it Nick? Is Rick or Nick?
Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Here,
Sorry.
Nick.
Okay.
Sorry,
good to see you, man. Hope
I was
everything's well
like,
in your neck of the woods.
He's the biceps of the madness.
The biceps of he's the 24-inch python, brother. Yeah.
Except with the English accent.
With an English accent, I can't do it. Yeah. I'm a chameleon.
They don't even use inches over there, do they?
I am the cream that rises to the top. Yeah, the cream of the crop, Laurie.
Sorry, that's the old school wrestling promo right there.
That's Macho Madness. Oh yeah.
If you don't know who that is, just type in Macho Man Randy Savage epic promo and you'll understand what I mean.
Oh no.
See, speaking of wrestling, Razor Wire McGuire ended yesterday as well.
Really?
Let me show you guys. And they get fully funded too.
A lot of the campaigns I've seen on Kickstarter recently have been fully funded. By the way, congrats to all those independent creators out there. Well done that your campaign's been fully funded.
Razor Wire McGuire. This ended yesterday.
Fully funded, it says.
Yeah.
Who is that? Jeffrey Cotton? Is that who that is?
Jeffrey Cotton. Yep.
Wow.
He writes fantastic horror.
Oh, horror.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I respect the genre.
Okay. He does it really well. If you like horror, Jeffrey Cotton's stuff is amazing. And now he just published this one. He didn't write it.
Oh, okay.
But if he believed in it, I wanted to give it a chance.
There you go.
It's like basically like if someone had a wrestling persona, a dark wrestling persona that took over. You know what I mean? So they're not themselves anymore. It's like they are the Undertaker.
Okay. Right.
So they wrestle, but I mean, it gets pretty dark. And I was like, you need to learn how to floss better. That's not how you do it. Shouldn't lose an eye when you're flossing.
Did you see the trailer for the Iron Claw? Have you seen the trailer for that?
No.
So if you look at the trailer for the Iron Claw, it's based on the true story of the Von Erich family of wrestling in Texas. So
WCCW.
Yep. Take a look at that trailer with Zac Efron as the lead character, because that trailer looked pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Zac Efron fan, but the guy gets jacked up for every movie he's been in for like the last 10 years. He's like super jacked in this movie.
But
Zac
I avoid
Efron.
trailers like the
What's
plague.
it called?
It's called the Iron Claw. From A24 Pictures. It's an independent movie. It's got Zac Efron in it. It's got who's the girl from Alice in Wonder? What was her? No, not Leah Wasikowski. Lily James. Lily James, yeah. Lily James. Wasn't she in Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies? I think she was.
I do not watch trailers, Brian. And I'll
okay,
give you
well,
3 reasons why.
Because they give away the whole plot.
I don't watch trailers, A, because either they're going to show you something that ends up on the cutting room floor.
That's true.
Or B, they're going to show you the best parts of the movie.
And then the rest of it's crap.
So I just avoid them. And that way
Mortal
I'm not like disappointed.
Which one, though? There's like 3 Mortal Kombat movies, Laurie.
The last one that came out.
Really
the reboot?
When they were like, check out the first 2 minutes of the movie, and you're like, this is awesome. And then you watch the movie and you're like, the first 2 minutes are the best part of the movie.
I thought the movie overall was fine. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Cole was a terrible character. He was poorly written and
he was shoehorned. I know.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Like, the story itself was not bad, but Cole was terrible. They needed a much stronger. They should have just made Kano lead. Why not? That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
And you are correct. She was in Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, Cinderella, Mamma Mia, and
Cinderella. That was it. Cinderella.
Were a bunch of stuff that she did. Pam and Tommy. She's
done a lot. She's done a lot. Oh, she did Pam and Tommy. Oh wow, good. Yeah, she played Pamela, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, good man. What a stellar resume that was.
Yeah, she's done a ton of work.
Good for you, Lily James. You're moving up. I mean, you've always been moving up since your first movie with Cinderella, but geez, that woman has done a lot since then.
Zac Efron, though, I don't know. I'm not really a fan.
I'm not too much of a Efron fan myself, but if you want to watch the trailer, hey, enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna say. And we're probably
the fighting,
it's fun.
Oh, so many good fights in that, but
there were definitely some good.
And Kano was amazing.
Yeah, Ludi Lin played Liu Kang in that movie, and he played the Black Ranger in the Power Rangers reboot in 2017. I'm like, well done, Ludi Lin. You get to play Zach Taylor in one iteration of a franchise, and then you get to play Liu Kang in the next one. That's awesome. And he says it's the reboot is the best.
That movie again.
First of all, Matt Chambers, you're wrong. You're wrong. The best Mortal Kombat movie is the original from 1995.
He said the reboot is the best outside of the animated stuff.
I would say the original MK from 1995 is the best Mortal Kombat movie of the 3 that we've gotten in theaters.
So too, I like the original that set everything off. Was done really well.
We did a 20th anniversary watch along for that with the production designer Mick Strawn, who also worked on the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and Daniel Pacina, who was one of the characters for the video game. He did the motion capture and the voices for the MK characters, Daniel Pacina. So feel free to look that up on our For the Movie Nerds playlist, where we did an anniversary watch along for Mortal Kombat. I had to say it, Laurie. I had to say it.
There's no stopping, Ryan. There is just no stopping.
No, because it's too much fun. It's fun. We like doing these things. Do you regret having me on here? Is that why?
No.
Okay.
Not even in the slightest. We're having fun. I just like when you go off on your tangents and I'm like, let's see how long he goes. Okay, well, we got to reel him in. Brian, come back.
Do you know what my nickname is on another guy's show that I've been on?
What?
So in another show on another network, Bag of the Cereal Box, they call me the Great Derailer. So when they're focusing on one thing and I come in with one of my all-star spectacular Ryan tangents and I take the conversation to the left when it should be going right, the fans love it. And I said to the owner, I said, listen, Johnny, if you want to put a t-shirt together that says the Great Derailer and have me wear it on set for the future programming, just let me know and I'll wear it. Because, going on tangents is fun. You know why I do it? It's passion. It's passion.
Yes.
We as geeks and nerds have this little thing in our systems called passion. And when you have that passion, you want to share it with millions of people who are watching this very show that you're watching and listening to right now on the Madness Comic Network, you're going to enjoy yourself. That's just the nature of the beast. So, I mean, great. I can't enjoy myself when I'm in the Path of the Pale Rider universe because I end up dead every 30 seconds.
But the thing is like you're not
Ryan-
really gone. You just have to start over. And in the real universe, it's like unless they dismember you like the Skinner did in the second time, you can just get up and keep going, even though you're undead. You can still walk around and do things.
Well, if at first you don't
Ryan,
succeed, you try again.
You're not the only one that dies in the Path of the Pale Rider.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
tons of people die. Everybody's died.
I died in the movie.
You died in the
died
movie?
in the short film.
Yeah, in the short films, Pops bit the dust. He was
You bit
actually
the dust in the short film?
I get blown away.
Did
with
you
a
not?
Shotgun, like
I'll show
standing
you.
right over there.
Okay, that's awesome.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
That's
It
interesting.
happens.
Things happen. Things happen in the other realms of fiction.
In the Path of the Pale Rider, things
In the
happen.
Path of the Pale Rider, anything can happen, Laurie.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. Good Lord. People end up dead.
So we have these short films,
Do you
Ryan,
got
that
just the
like people
clip,
can be a part
Laurie?
of. What?
Do you have just the clip so people can actually see it? It's kind of hard to see on that little tablet when it's smaller and smaller on this screen setup. You know what I mean?
I can
Go
make it
full
big.
screen. You have to go full screen to see it.
Well, I'm going to show you guys this one. This was the conspiracy theories where everybody got to tell me what they thought about what broke Death. There's Pops right there. So people are just telling me what they think, broke Death.
Oh, nice look.
It's an
I like the other
arcade.
guy, though.
I'm not answering no questions.
Is it even real?
So Pops is in this one.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's my editor, Rachel, who's amazing.
This is all just a really bad trip.
Then you people, I think you guys are all at fault. The media, the government, Big Pharma. You guys know who did this, and I won't stand for it.
No comment.
It's in our.
So this is the one, Ryan, where I'm playing the news reporter Ellie
That's
Brock,
great.
and then at the very end, I get run over by the car.
Oh, yeah.
Asking people what they think. There's some truly wild accusations out there, and let me say, we really have no idea.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It never gets old. And there's a ton of people in here. Like, here's Brandon Starocci.
Oh, Brandon was in this?
Yeah,
Oh,
Brandon's
geez.
in it.
Oh my God.
That dude.
I don't know why the dead don't fucking die. Look at me. Look at me. Put the phone.
And, yeah, like Sam and
It was
Trey.
going like a Blair Witch project there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is my publisher, Chris.
Oh, he's
Hayes.
wearing a Star Wars shirt. How convenient.
Yeah, there's a ton of people in here, right?
Man, I
So-
wish you and I lived closer to each other so I could be in your movies because
That
I
goes
would
with
do.
you.
I
You'll
would
be in
totally
my
do
movies
it.
because you can record yourself and email me the footage via WeTransfer, and I can put it right
and then
in.
she edits it in. That's what I do.
That's
we're
what we did in this
1,500
one.
miles away from each other, but I've been in all her
Jeez.
movies.
Right. So in this one, we did. It's like a psychological terror. I'll just recap because it's a long one. So
like Drew
I'm having a
Barrymore in
dinner
Scream.
party, and this person marks the door.
6:30 for 2 weeks.
I love this shirt, right?
That's a creepy sweatshirt, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I would never wear that.
Oh,
Be prepared.
stop and pick
I
up
would never wear that
immigration?
shirt.
and get you some soda? I love you. Bye.
I just need soda.
Well, I'm having a party, and like, can you pick up some extra soda? So there's the mark, right? So the party goes on, and people start calling and canceling. Well, look, these people all like. She sent me video. Right, and it's just like her painting her nails and doing nothing, and like people
That's
start
hilarious.
canceling. People are watching the news. People are watching movies. More people call and cancel, and they're like,
Right.
"Well, right here, look, right here, right in that corner, right there. There's me and Carissa on the Tuesday Morning Brew. You see it?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
There's
That's
that.
funny.
And then two. So what happens is there's a call to action, which is of course
Right.
what the title is. So there's
Right.
all these devices everybody has playing things, and then this happens.
Keep watching the screen. Keep watching the little tablet screen, Ryan. Keep watching.
I see it. I see it.
It's going to come back and it's going to be the next day. It's going to be Wednesday. Doc's coffee shop.
Yeah, but nobody knows that.
I do. It's funny. I think it's hilarious.
Pretty much. That's what it was like. Everybody that had a mark on their door is now like that was the go. That was just go, right?
Look, London Gothic
Okay,
hit the
there's
screen.
Pop.
Look at that. There's the
Pops and
Hold
Doc.
up. Stop it. Hold up. Stop. I don't know if Nick's still in the chat, but it showed the beginning of the London Gothic.
Yeah, I had London
Video
Gothic
too.
on there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's good. By the way, it's good cross promoting and marketing right there.
Yeah.
honestly.
Right. I was like, and here's the thing:
It's
whenever you're
cross-promoting.
doing a YouTube video that's gonna be
Marketing.
up, I wanted to make sure there was no copyright claim against anything.
Oh,
So the important thing is that these people are watching all these different things on their screens, and I actually sent them the links to a bunch of YouTube videos of mine. So previous videos that we put together, either the conspiracy theory or Pine Fox or catfishing. So those three are mine. So I can't get copyright claim for putting my own stuff out there. And then I was like, what else can I do? I could put the brew. So we can promote and we
That's
can show
genius.
like some of the people. And then Pops came up with this. So that call to action just happened. And now if you watch the
My door
iPad,
got marked too, Ryan.
we say,
My door got marked too.
yeah, everybody's door, everybody that's on here got marked without them knowing.
Jeez.
So
So there's
right,
me getting
so
ready to get up
here's-
out of my chair. Watch. I'm like, hold on, Doc.
okay.
Hold on, Doc. You see me get shot, Ryan?
It's like a blink and you'll miss it, but
You got to watch me. You got to keep watching that screen.
Oh, okay. I got it.
I got
Yeah.
blown away by this. Boom.
so the whole
There-
point is the alarm goes off so she doesn't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
see it. Yeah.
Pops was the first one to get shot
First
on
time.
alive.
Ah.
So then
okay.
it's starting to go down, right? So
Right.
then like the alarm is off. Here, this one. This is great. Look, she's so good. Like, uh-oh. What? My front door's open.
Woody, dude, watch out.
Creepy dude.
Their door's open.
I feel like that door's gonna open and say Zool.
Got a knife back there. I was like,
Oh my
"You came
gosh.
down with a knife for me," and he was
Right
like,
behind
"What?"
it. Oh, she looks. There's nobody in that room. Whoa.
Run.
Smashing or breaking glass?
This is my terrible, terrible acting.
Hello,
Hello.
Cindy. Oh, jeez. Woo! It's the purge.
Pretty much.
These are-
The
these are all
undead,
friends of Larry's
undead
that's
underground when they
confused.
start fighting back.
Like crazy, like the purge.
Pretty
Now,
much.
these are all-
Just come and
but
they
these are
take
all
out a
friends
whole
of Laurie's,
neighborhood
too.
because, again, they're not killing people permanently. What they're doing is increasing their
Making undead.
numbers,
Wow.
right? Because if you're the minority, but eventually everybody joins your party, that's what you do, is you make them join a little bit quicker, and then you'll have more sympathetic people to your cause, right? And what I loved about this is a ton of those pictures were fans of Path of the Pale Rider. It's just
Yeah.
people. I was like, go have someone take a picture of you lying on the ground. You know, that guy's fabulous.
I love
There's a
that.
bunch of fans in here.
This guy's good too.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Jeez. I admire the commitment to your craft, guys.
I'm telling you.
I
look,
will
Larry-
showcase one more. I'll show you guys one more. Okay. So after this one, I don't know if Pops has seen this one yet. You haven't.
Uh-oh.
But I
Has
love this one a
anybody-
lot. She's like, oh,
Has
he's coming
anybody
back.
seen it yet?
You have not. You have not seen this one I'm about to share.
Hold on then. Hold on. Is it new? Exclusive?
It's not new.
Has it been shown on the Madness?
It has not.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
not there. Hold on. Don't.
What?
Before you say it's an exclusive, let me go get it.
She has to go get it first. Give me a second. I gotta go. Wow, that okay. I didn't see that one coming, but you know.
See my channel.
There will be consequences.
Your videos.
Is that your way of cursing without actually cursing?
Pretty
Is that why
much.
you're okay? Jeez. What's the word that we used to use when we were kids? Consarnate.
Consarnate.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that one? No. Fudge, sugar. Yeah. There's that one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I don't know.
Hey,
Am I?
everybody. This is a Doc's all playing some kind of weird horn music. It's supposed to be, fanfare.
It's a good clip, though.
Ready?
Yes, we are.
Go for it.
I like it already.
I like him already. Twilight Zone.
I am Jack. You have found the undead underground network. Fight back for your humanity. Today, we hack a disc. Turn your disc from red to green. First, remove the harness and set aside.
How-to video. I love it.
It is. How do you hack a disc? They'll show you how to do it.
Discard the cardio lead and its wire.
I'm gonna fast forward a bit. It's just us taking this thing apart and putting it back together.
That's awesome.
Watch out, streaming sir. After the Bell Rider is coming.
The Madness Roku Network.
Exactly. Got to get it as an animated
Flip the interior switch to turn it on.
Should have Laurie be the narrator.
Works with all models from 1YA to designer. Welcome to the underground. Fight back for your humanity.
Ah, the underground. Okay. Kind of like a, kind of like a Resident Evil, not Mr. Robot type thing. Interesting.
I get the anonymous vibe from it.
You got to get this adapted into an animated series or something, Laurie. Path to the Pale Rider is too good. We got to put it up there. Got to get it going.
We got to get our own people to do it, like get Pedro to animate it, so that we're not beholden to some huge production company, and then we put it on our own network.
Yeah.
And we play it, and then somebody wants to buy it and play it, not buy it and ruin it.
So that is what you would find when you solve the third riddle.
Ah, the third riddle.
When you solve the third riddle, it's a QR code scavenger hunt. So if you scan the red QR code, it takes you to this video, and you cannot search it. You cannot find it unless you scan the code to get there.
Man, we got to get you on And I Quote, Laurie. You got to be a guest. We got to get you on there. We got to play a game of 20 questions with you on And I Quote. That's what we got to do. Seriously. You're
I was like, I don't think
popularity on here.
One.
He hasn't done no 20 questions with me on And I Quote.
Oh.
No, but you've been a guest. You've been on the show.
You didn't have no fun games.
No, I wasn't. I'm just saying, like, I'm learning a lot about Laurie these last couple of weeks, but like, I want to do a one-on-one, just straight up like conversation, like get to know more about the psyche, of how Laurie works, because I'm learning all these different things about her. And I'm like, This is so good. We need to continue this conversation as a get to know you segment on And I Quote. That's what we got to put Laurie on And I Quote. Because she needs to be the center of attention. She needs
My
to be
poor husband. Yeah, that would be an interesting conversation.
You need to interview her husband, bro.
You know, it's funny. We did a joint show on Culture Junkies, where we were talking about, you know, relationships and being married to a big nerd. You know, like how do you survive, you know, the nerddom.
Yep.
But he's a nerd too. He's just a different kind of nerd than I am.
Hey,
so,
if you both want to come on And I Quote, we can do that too.
He's interesting. And a lot of times I'm like, if you want to interview him, I'll just leave the room.
Well, I can have both of you on. It's a family. We can do it that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but sometimes you ask questions and you won't answer if I'm in the room.
Oh, okay. We can always split it up. I can do, you know, Laurie, you can be on one episode, then we can get the husband on the secondary episode. We can make it a two-parter.
If he wants to.
The Calcaterra family.
The newlywed game, Ryan. You ask one a question and see if the other can answer it.
I'm not playing.
I was like, please don't start domestic arguments in my house.
Yeah, I'm not
you guys
playing
been
that
married
game.
for 18 years. You got to know each other well enough to play the newlywed game now.
I mean, for most stuff we know, but I mean, I don't know.
I'm still not going to ask her those questions. I'm going to ask her the really good questions that I've been asking people on And I Quote for years that have worked. So, which Laurie's going to be, you'll be fine with them. They're good questions. If you watch your sister Carissa's episode on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, you'll find out what all And I Quote is all about. Hashtag shameless plugs.
We are making pierogi on Saturday from scratch.
Well, you can always watch the replay.
That's true. My parents will be in town.
It's okay. That's what replays are for.
I'm making dough I'm making dough Thursday. I think I make the dough and I make the cheese filling. And I make my cheese from scratch.
That's awesome. Way to go. I know Pops watches the replays. Pops, you watch the replays of our shows. You enjoy that stuff.
Do you really think I have time to watch?
No, you don't. You probably don't.
I
I'm
was
just
like, Pops
assuming.
is so busy running the network.
He's busy doing 40,000 other things. You don't have time to watch my content.
You'll see if I pop in your chat, say hi, share it out, then I caught the notification in time and I did my thing.
Which is true. Which you've done, which you have done. And I appreciate that wholeheartedly.
And that goes for it. You know, I mean, I go through my notifications on YouTube pretty regularly, make sure I'm not missing somebody live, but I don't have, I mean, with everything I'm doing, I don't have time to watch everybody.
It's okay.
There's no freaking way. I don't even watch all our shows. Sorry, guys.
Well, if anyone, you know, that's the beauty of content, right? If you don't watch it live, you can always go back and watch the replay because that's why we put it on our channel.
And that's the great thing about taking all this content to Roku.
Baby.
And let's not forget, guys, Path of the Field Writer may be done, but the Roku is still going.
Let's do it. Let's fund that thing.
Here it is. We got 40 backers.
Where's that link?
We got 15 days to go. We need to push this sucker.
Let's do it. We need to push this over the limit. We need to do it.
It's an overdue baby.
We have to do it. It's our destiny. If you are a content creator of any way, shape, or form, this is your destiny. This is fate right here. Every single piece of content you got, we can have it on the Roku network. Imagine your content being streamed to millions and millions of people around the world through Roku. How incredible would that be? People would understand who you are, why you love what you do. You would read more about people who do independent comics, independent publishing, people who do game shows, all kinds of stuff. Local comic shops can have spots and commercial spots on Roku. That's the beauty of this thing. So share it out, tweet it out, Instagram this thing out, TikTok this thing until you can't TikTok on no more. And let's fund this thing, because honestly, it is a great opportunity for each and every single one of you that is an indie content creator, because we know, Laurie, Pops, and I know that there are millions of you out there looking for an opportunity. This is your opportunity.
I'm looking at it like this, guys. And Laurie's one of the few people that really gets what I'm talking about with this. Where are all the YouTubers that were there in the first year? Where are all the YouTubers that were on YouTube year one? They're the guys with millions of followers, millions of subscribers. They're the ones making all the money on YouTube.
Yep.
Be ground floor. Be ground floor in something new. It's an untapped audience. There's not a million people on Roku that see this kind of content, because there ain't none of this kind of content over there.
Nope, because we checked.
I think I found 2 comic related shows, and they're once a week.
Oh my gosh.
So that means 2 shows, right? We're going to drop in there right now with 50. If this thing was funded right now, we have the 40 shows that we have and the 10 more that have signed on through the campaign. We got 50 shows, and all their however much previous uploads they want, as much content as they want uploaded from their previous stuff, it's all going to be there, whatever they want. As a showrunner, Ryan, you get to decide, when do you want ads playing? Do you want to play a couple at the end, a couple of the madness ads at the end to promote the people that you know, right? You got the Roku ads at the beginning. You don't have to play any during the show at all if you don't want to. You can play a couple at 30 minutes and a couple at the end. It's up to you as a showrunner how much you want to promote our people and the people in the madness. And that's for you guys, you people, the convention runners and the comic store owners and the people who happen to be running a campaign this month. That's for you guys, those ads. And the people in the madness that run shows, we take care of our people. Okay. You guys know we run our sponsorship ads regularly. Okay. So every show is going to have this ad library of the madness to go through and to put in the middle or the end of their shows if they want. And they also, of course, get the ad revenue from the Roku ads at the beginning of their show. So you get to promote your friends. You know what I mean? It's like the referral thing is my favorite part of this. If you talk one of your friends who has YouTube content and bringing their show over to the network, even at the $25 level, okay, if you talk them into bringing their show to the network, you get 3 months of free ad next year on the Roku network to promote what you do.
It's amazing.
I'm trying to make this as friendly to everybody as possible. There's cool stuff for fans. There's cool stuff for showrunners. There's cool stuff for sponsors. Just jump in whatever tier feels right.
Yep.
If you're a fan, you can help us too. You don't have to have a show or an ad to play. If you're a fan, there's original art. There's PDF bundles. There's T-shirts. There's all kinds of stuff on this campaign. That
Lots of PDFs.
Just to help us out.
There's a lot of PDFs, guys.
Probably the biggest bundle on any campaign there is. 37
The biggest bundle
PDFs.
of PDFs? Oh my gosh.
37, Ryan.
37 PDFs? Woo. Man, that's a lot of PDFs, Laurie.
And you can
A
get
lot
them
of
all right there
PDFs.
for $90. Look, man, if we could get a few people to jump on that PDF bundle, we'd be a lot closer to goal, right? You can
We
get a
got 2
smash
weeks
ad
left.
from
We can
Laurie.
do this. We can do it.
You guys know about Laurie's smash ads. You can get smash ads from Laurie.
Could smash pumpkins or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Smash
Yeah,
this.
well,
smash-
we're going to be doing a preview. We're going to be smashing a pumpkin on the 31st.
Ooh, that's Halloween.
Yes, it's here. Tuesday Morning Brew is on Halloween.
Coincidentally
And,
enough.
My sister Carissa Grant will be on.
Yay!
And we're going to be celebrating her 1 year in comics, which has been
Wow.
such an amazing 1 year where she's done just insane amount of work. So we'll have her on.
about that
Her
some more.
campaign will be ending that day, and we're going to smash a pumpkin. And I have shenanigans planned. By the
You?
way, we need to send people over to the Path of the Pale Rider group so you can go vote on the name of the pumpkin.
Yes.
Poll is up. I picked a few names. You can
Yes.
add names. I will send out a survey monkey to all the backers so they can also pitch in and some votes if they're not on the social media. And it's going to be a blast. Literally, we're going to blast this pumpkin to
Man,
smithereens.
Carissa turning 1 year in the comic business on
Yes.
Halloween. Boy, that's creepy. No pun intended there, Carissa. We love you
Yeah,
anyway.
no, it's great.
And we're going to
Okay.
talk, you know what? It's funny. It's cool that you bring that up now because now we can address that on Night Quote and be like, hey, your anniversary's coming up. How excited are you? You know, and
Laurie.
Chris is going to be like, I'm just waiting for this thing to be over. Like,
Pretty
no.
much.
I
Yeah.
think we should add another. I think we should add something to the independent film tier.
Oh,
Which
should we?
one?
Like equivalent would be 5 short films.
Interesting.
Not everybody has a
Run
full
or
length
5
movie.
short films.
Yeah, no, not everybody has a full length film, right? But if you do short films and you want to drop them over here, you can put 5 up there for 100. Let's say.
That's a good one.
Pops is always find new things
my
to
friend's
create,
got some
and then I
short
have
films
to
that'd be
create
good.
them.
Yeah,
and then that means more work for Laurie that she doesn't want to do.
Like, I just want to be a burrito today.
Laurie gets it though. I mean, I hit her up and I'll be like, I'd like to add this or change this, and I don't go, I need that right now. You know what I mean?
Pops is like, hey, can you do this when you get time? And I'm like, yep. After I finish my 17 things, I'll do it. And I do.
17,000 things, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's usually like I'm grocery shopping, and then I got to pick up my kids, and then I got to do this, that, and that, and then when I have
pick up the munchkins.
She was running a campaign for the last 30 days and maintaining and helping me keep my campaign page looking decent too.
Which is a great campaign. It's fantastic.
There's really a lot, guys.
We got to fund it though. We got to get it fully funded.
I was really proud of these
fans' attention on this.
These
because the fans could help us a lot. And you get cool stuff in return, guys. The fans could help us a lot. If the fans picked up some of this stuff that's available, we'd be a lot closer to goal. And look, I'm building it for you guys. You guys that are sitting at home watching, we're building this network.
We're of the people, by the people, for the people. So let's do it seriously.
If you're helping us out by buying some of the stuff, the more stuff that disappears off this campaign, the more we're going to put up. We have more original art. Okay. The Bill Moss piece sells. We got another one. We got another one. The Jim O'Reilly piece sells. We got another one. Look, we'll keep putting stuff up there if it sells. Don't wait till the last day to buy this stuff, guys. Get it. The Corey Barton art. That's the only one available. The only head sketch of Kozor available. All of them sold out on his campaign. They're gone. There's only one. Okay.
Look at all these books and artwork. It's amazing. There's so many creative people out there, folks. Let's support those creatives
that donated their stuff to us to help us get funded. Don't make their good gesture a waste either, right? You got 5 different people doing sketch cards.
You got sketch cards. Lots of sketch cards, I see.
And every sketch card, you get a free PDF. Every original art piece, you get a PDF bundle of your choice out of here.
So not to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but in the words of Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Make your dreams come true. We can do this, guys. We can do this as a team, as a unit, as a cohesive unit.
We actually say it in the words of somebody else, Ryan.
No, I can't. I've watched too many Shia LaBeouf
already.
We say it in the words of Crom.
I know. I'm not as good as Crom. I'm no good as Crom, but
or we could threaten the people.
Consequences.
I mean,
Crom has been known to crash people's
You want me to do
computers.
some narration or some voiceover to get people to do it? Otherwise there's going to be consequences. Laurie, just hit me up. I'll do it. You can text me any day of the week.
But yeah, there's 1 month sponsorships, 3-year sponsorships, 6 month sponsorships, the whole year. Whatever kind of thing you do, if you're like Max and you have 5 different titles that come out during the year, that all year ad, that BIP sponsorship looks real good because you can change your video 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an amazing
you can
thing.
send us something different every 3 months. If you just you only do 1 or 2 campaigns, you buy a 6-month sponsorship, you split that up into 3 months over here and 3 months over here, cover both your campaigns. Look, we will work with you, whatever you need. If there's something you want as a showrunner that's not here, if there's something you want as a sponsor that's not here, if there's something you want as a fan that I can provide that's not here, you let me or Laurie know and we'll make a freaking tier for it.
Yeah.
This is for you guys, man. Help us out. Help us build this thing. Serious business. Look,
Roxanne. We can get Roxanne Christian on the Roku network. How cool would that be?
That would be cool.
Be awesome. She's an incredible superstar. She has a beautiful singing voice. She does so much for her community out there where she lives. I'm telling you, Roxanne Christian's a superstar. So just feel free to look up all that stuff. It's all there on the Kickstarter, all the tiers, all the the prices, the offers, everything we got. It's all there.
If you don't have Roku, you can get a Roku stick.
Yeah, we have a Roku stick tier.
You can get a Roku
Oh, there's a
stick.
Roku stick tier. Look at that. Even better.
If
Possibilities are endless, my friends. All you got to do is just chime in and select the tier that's right for you. That's all you got to do.
Stop right there at that drawn into Path of the Pale Rider comic.
I just hope if I'm drawn into a Pale Rider comic, I'm actually one of the few people who lives at the end.
There's only been a couple so far. We've had a lot of people drawn in. Most of them we squish you immediately.
Oh, I don't want to get squished.
Sorry.
I don't want to get squished, Laurie.
Let's see. We've had 1, 2, 3. There's been 3 people that have survived out of, I think, the 12 that we've put in.
I'll be the 4th.
But this is the only way you can get drawn into this right now. To get into her series is to back.
We did not have a draw-in tier this campaign.
You got to do it here.
Interested.
There's 2 left of 2. So,
yep.
Which it says there on the heading there. So
we could draw you in. You can be a zombie, or we can have you eaten by a zombie or smashed by a car if you sing in the ghetto.
Smashed by the gosh.
I will say the 10-page script by Ginge is gone.
Yeah, that did go.
Somebody back that.
Way to go. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be doing a 10-page script for a friend of mine. I think I even know what it's going to be about. It's super cool. I'm happy.
Happy, joy.
Funded, guys. Look, we got to get this thing funded. We get to watch Rich wax his chest.
That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, who doesn't want to watch that?
Oh, dude, come on. 40-year-old virgin style. It's going to be awesome.
Can we get Kelly Clarkson to co-host it for you, Pops? Can we get her on?
That alone should be worth something.
Work on that, Ryan.
Can you work on that, Laurie? Can you call your people? Have your people call her people?
You need to do that. You need to get Kelly Clarkson on the show.
Kelly Clarkson. That'd be funny if we did, though. I'm sure she'd be up for it. I mean, she's like embraced the funniness of that movie over the years on her talk show. Yeah. So we could probably get her on here. I don't think it would take. I don't think it would take too much convincing for her to show up on the madness. Be like, hey guys, what's up?
That'd be awesome. Actually,
I think it would be.
I nominate you, Ryan. If anybody can get it done, it's you.
All right. Well, I can always reach out to her on the Instagrams and things like that. I mean, I know people who know people who know people. So, you know, I mean, hey, my best friend just met up with Susan Sarandon this past weekend at New York Comic Con. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they just announced that both her and Gina Davis are going to be celebrity guests at 90s Con in Hartford, Connecticut next year, which is insanity. Who would have thunk that Sarandon and Gina Davis, both the stepmom from the movie Stepmom, and you got Dottie Henson, the Queen of Diamonds from A League of Her Own, would be in the same building at the same time. So, sorry, I'm a big A League of Their Own fan. So, you know.
That's a great movie.
That movie just turned 30 last year, Laurie. We did a anniversary watch along for that too.
Yeah. I made my kids watch it. I was like, "You watch this and shut up."
Did they like it though?
Yeah, my one daughter plays softball, so she loved it.
Hey, there you go. That's good parenting. Right there. When you introduce your kids to the good movies in life, that's good parenting.
Well, they've seen all the Marvel movies, all the Star Wars movies.
Laurie, so let me run through these stretch goals real quick. So
yeah, let's do that. We are running out of time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Really? I thought we were just getting started.
We are going to do an uncut card sheet of the fans' picks of the 5 people who are doing sketch cards. The fans are going to pick the one they want from each artist, and we're going to do a uncut sketch card. Like 6x9, whatever, that would be 4 cards together, right? But on the other side, the fans are also going to vote on the one they like best. And the other side, that's going to be full size 6x9. So you'll have 4 sketch cards on one side and the 6x9 on the other. Okay. The second stretch goal is my absolute favorite. It's the one I really want, guys. If anything on this campaign I want to happen other than the actual funding, is that stretch goal, the Crom Ash Can. By a story and art by Doc Blalock. The story's great. It's hilarious. It's funny. And Crom deserves it. Crom deserves his own freaking comic. It's been a long time now. It's time. A Crom Sheriff Challenge coin. On one side, it'll have the Roku logo. And on the other side, it'll say, I helped build the madness. And it'll be a badge, like a sheriff's badge. You know. 10,000. I donate the hair to Locks of Love. And I have not cut my hair off in a long.
I think you should change that to getting funded. Instead of at 10, I think you should just put it at 5. If we get funded, you donate the hair.
She's trying to get me to sell my hair cheap.
I just think people would love to see that. It might be incentive just to hit funding. Let's do it.
I'm hoping they want to see Rich get his wax.
Oh, we do. Absolutely, we do. We want to see both.
I might think about lowering it a little bit, but not all the way to the funding goal.
I was like, you put it at double funding, so
yes,
you're,
that's because that's how much my hair means to me, guys.
I know, but I think it might be good incentive.
And we're never going to give up the secret reward until we get.
No, we won't.
We're not giving it up till we get there. Okay?
No, you can't. You can't tell them what they're missing out on until
secret.
You get there.
Look,
like
you guys know the kind of stuff Laurie comes up with on her secrets. Okay,
you guys saw the last one, right, from today?
Yeah, Laurie's Secrets. Yeah, that's a new series.
I have a secret rewards that I handcraft, and this campaign, everybody's getting a Big James mini printed and painted by myself. Now I can paint these for you, or if you want, you can paint them yourselves. I can just prime them, but I have a few of them printed already, and yeah, so secret rewards. There was 3 people this time in the secret rewards, which makes me happy. It means people are starting to understand that these are cool things that I'm putting together.
It's a cool story.
I'm working on the one for the next one too. It'll be interesting.
So just know, if we get anywhere near the secret reward, Laurie's probably got something super cool. You know, you never know. It could be a little crumb, just like that. You know,
double secret. We don't know.
It could be a little crumb. Just
it's an amazing thing.
You never know.
I will razzle and dazzle you.
Yeah. Dazzle you, Gil. Sorry, that's a line from another movie. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry. I love quoting movies. It's one of the most fun things about life is quoting movies. It's one of the best things in my life history, for sure. Because I've seen so many movies, Laurie, that I can just pull them out of my skull at any point in time. You know why? Because if you watch something once or twice like me, I have the ability to remember script word for word. So that's another fun fact you didn't know about me. I don't know if you knew this or not, but yeah, if I watch something once or twice, the whole script goes right up into my itty bitty little thing known as a noggin. Yeah. And I can recite it back to you word for word. That's the beauty of having something known as autism, because those with autism have very sharp minds. So, I mean, you know what they say about us, right? Those with autism are the next stage of human evolution. So we are the X-Men. So
that's right. Mutant.
And what did they say? Mutant and proud. Yeah. Well, in my case, it's autistic and proud, but yes. Yeah. We should have that on a shirt. Does anyone know where I can get a shirt like that? Like an X-Men and an autistic and proud thing? Because if anyone knows where I can get a shirt like that, I will probably wear it.
We should design one.
Hold up now. I have an X-Men shirt and I have a autism walk shirt. Does that count?
Yeah, kind of.
I got
it
both.
Does.
Right?
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds, right? Yeah. Throw that in there.
Well, my guys.
Is it early?
Show.
That's it already?
Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming on.
I was happy to be here, and I thank you for having me.
Yeah. I was like, who would want to come on the show today when I have just a random opening? But it was like right when it started. I was still hoping that the guest maybe was just running late. So I was like, nope, no guest today. I was like, hey, Ryan. And you were like, absolutely, I'll be there. So thank you so much for coming on and talking with me about what you do, for running the gauntlet and dying a few times in Path of the Writer.
I got murdered a number of times on live television. That doesn't happen very often. In fantasy, not in reality.
I'm used to it.
But it was fun being here, Laurie. If you ever want me to come back again someday for a sequel, I'm more than happy to come back.
Awesome. We would definitely have you back on, sir. And thanks everybody for watching. Thank you again for being a fan and for helping Path of the Pale Rider #4 get funded. We had a blast during our 28-day campaign. And don't forget to go name the pumpkin. I'm going to be putting out the surveys with the names and the weapon. So make sure you answer those so that way we can, we'll have some fun. We'll do some shenanigans and kiss your babies. And I'll see you all next week.
Madness Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit